Focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word for it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I came about that thing like I'm getting green right. Talking to my past life. Focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Man, oh man, whenever I hear that song, we just know what time it is.
We sure do.
We know it's gonna be a bumpy ride because it's gonna be full of laughter, full of enjoyment.
Shenanigans.
And maybe you're watching us and be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Listen, we're gonna introduce ourselves, and throughout this next hour, you're gonna see why we say it's full of shenanigans.
Yes.
But I'm Shaitia.
I'm Nori.
And I'm Angeli.
And you are tuned in to Breaking the Silence. And before we get into today's topic, I have a question for you ladies.
All right.
Because everybody has been dealing with this lately. Cold weather.
Oh.
It's been cold everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with this cold weather, sometimes you don't feel like cooking. You know, you don't feel like doing anything.
I
You
hear
just
that.
want to stay under the blanket all
ma'am.
day. But we gotta cook, right? We gotta eat. So, what is your go-to meal for the cold weather?
3, 2, 1. Soup.
But what kind of
No
soup?
brainer.
Any kind of soup
Yeah.
for me at this point, as long as it's nice and savory and delicious and good and loaded. Yes, soup.
Okay.
Yes. For me, it's the same, but recently I've been doing broccoli, spinach, chicken noodle soup.
That
All of
sounds
those together,
good.
you know, nutrients
Yeah.
and everything while
Yes,
you are like.
there you go.
looking at
The
that.
full package.
Yes. See, I'm more of a chili type person.
Okay.
So I make a big pot of chili.
Okay.
And you know, I put some vegetables in it, like some sweet potatoes, carrots, all of that. And that's how I get my husband to actually eat vegetables sometimes. Because it's all
Nice way to
mixed
do it.
in. Exactly. It's all mixed in. But you know, when I don't put the vegetables in it, he's like, what is this? Where's the vegetables? So it actually tastes good and it works out. So
Yeah,
listen,
that's
that's a
good.
hack for you. You can sneak some vegetables into the meat sauce and it will go great,
There you
okay?
go.
But as we're talking about the cold weather, sometimes it's a little hard for us to be grateful, right? For us to have gratitude. So we're gonna have a topic called the gratitude reset, kind of to kick us back into that habit to be grateful for the little things in life. Because of course we're always grateful for the big things, but sometimes we need to be grateful for the little things.
Yeah,
and we're also gonna be talking about the marriage chase, because ladies, another year came, and that aunt is still asking
The clock
you
is ticking.
when you getting married. We understand. We know the pressure. We got you. We're gonna help you with this marriage chase, and also we have some transformation tips from our lovely.
Who is it from? Okay.
Yeah, so she's gonna give you some tips on how you can set some boundaries, which is her favorite thing to do. And of course, we're not breaking the silence without a fun game to play. So we're gonna have some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Is it really rapid?
Yes, I was just
Not
about to say
really.
that.
Let's see how
We'll
fast
try.
we can get it done,
We'll always
okay?
try.
So we know it's a lot of information. You're like, I don't want to go anywhere. Don't worry. Use this time right now to get your coffee, get your tea, and snuggle under the cover for this next hour. We'll be right back after this break.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. My name is Ariel, and my entire life changed when I took a chance and I got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges. Oh my goodness.
So
Ariel, we made this yearbook for you. It has notes from all the people that are here.
Apoyo y orientación que me da.
Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
A solution exists to all of your problems. Don't just settle for a life of suffering or misery. Dare to believe by taking action. Night or day, our text line is available for you. 1-888-312-4141.
Doesn't it seem like more people are connecting through social media these days than through real-life personal conversations? It's a new phenomenon affecting the lives of both young and old. There's a constant search for validation from online likes, comments, reactions, and reposts. That's beginning to replace time-honored behaviors of face-to-face conversations, relationships, and bonds of friendship. Basic human social skills of life-enhancing interactions are dying off as the virtual is taking precedence over the real. The deception of social media can paint a picture of utopia. But like any idol, most of what we see is an illusion. So many are falling for a false reality, and a sharp increase in depression and loneliness has been the result. It's time to put down our phones and reconnect with the real world around us. LFN encourages you to redirect your attention, to look up, and live life to the fullest. Take a break from social media. Be present. Appreciate life. Because life's story won't write itself.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Okay, so I know some days for you to find gratitude, it seems impossible. The day went horrible, everything went wrong, the kids are everywhere, you're just so stressed out. And when we say gratitude, it's not about being perfect or pretending like everything is fine, everything is okay, everything is perfect. No, but we're helping you train your brain into finding the good thing in every situations, because yes, we have those days, but also during those days there are some things that you can still be grateful for, right, ladies? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things that we know that goes wrong throughout the day, right? Let's say you had a plan, you had appointments, you missed the appointment, someone took your cab, or you missed the bus, the train, someone spilled coffee on you, or you had the perfect outfit, and then bam, you find a makeup stain on it. And you're like, oh my goodness, how can this day get any worse? We all have those moments. But something that we can do after those types of days before we go to sleep, because if we go to sleep with that, that anger or that, madness or all of those things inside of us, we're likely gonna wake up angry because we went to sleep angry. So what you can do is have a little gratitude journal and pick 2 things that did go right that day. Maybe it's not the big things, because a lot of times people make the mistake of only looking at the big things. Like, yes, I got that promotion today. Yeah. Yes, this happened. But what about the fact that your Wi-Fi didn't go out? What about the fact that you didn't lose power? Or maybe you did lose power, but you was able to spend time with your family that you would normally not be able to spend time with them. Or you had your extra morning 5-minute coffee break in the morning that you didn't have in a week or so. So before you go to sleep, you're going to get your little gratitude journal and you're just going to pick 2 things. Sometimes it's going to be easy, right? And you're going to have like 10 things that you can put. But try to at least do 2 because it's easy to find one thing, but to find something else, you really sometimes have to think and think. And it's going to teach you how to look at the brighter side of things.
Yeah. And just a quick chime in, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be like the end of the day. Like when you're already going through things, like for example, me, I always tell this here in the show, like I have this app, like, you know, I would always go there and like anything. Again, as Shretia said, you don't need to put like, hey, I got a promotion today. Anything like very easy. Hey, I'm breathing right now. My heart is beating fast, right? So I'm beating fast, beating normal. So that's for me something grateful for because I'm healthy, you know? So, or you could just write it down somewhere or train your mind to think about it that way because again, sometimes, yeah, you can do it all the way at the end of the day, but sometimes even that, like one after another, it piles up and you just like, you know what, forget it. So as soon as you wanted to remember this is what I'm grateful for right now, then I'm going to put it over there and then I'm going to go back to it. And when I'm going through a hard time or a tough situation, then I can go back to that and say, yes, that was one thing I was grateful for that day. And I could use that as a fuel to continue this next day. So yeah.
And you know, you said something just now, you know, being grateful, having gratitude through a tough situation. And I want to chime in on that part on a tough situation because life happens, you know, things happen unexpectedly, you know, but one thing that I always focus on and push myself to do is to always be grounded and realistic. Yes, maybe you might be going through a difficult time in your life right now. Maybe it's the loss of someone, or you lost a job or something that you really wanted, or, you know, maybe there's a specific person that for whatever reason, they're just not in your life anymore. And that has made you feel down. It's made you feel depressed. It's made you feel like, you know, life is not the same anymore. It doesn't shine the way it used to shine. We also have to learn how to have gratitude in the tough moments at times. Not at times, all the time. Why? Because it's always important to keep the good things alive. You know, it's always important to look at, you know, the good things, the good memories that do stay with us, because nothing in life, and literally nothing in life lasts forever.
Exactly.
Our health, our loved ones, our career, you know, none of these things last forever. So it's always easy to focus on the negative things, and it's so easy to complain and find 1,000,001 reasons, you know, to complain, to be upset, to be angry, to be sad, to be down. But what about the small, simple things? And it's those small, simple, insignificant things that make a whole lot of difference in one's life. We just need to learn how to reframe and find gratitude. There's times where I'm going through the day and someone triggers me, or someone gets me upset, or they just don't fall through with what they said they were going to do, or something unexpected happens. I complain for maybe like about 5 seconds, and then I'm like, nope. You know what? I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this. I'm grateful for that. Lord, give me patience. And you just keep going, because if you stop and focus on all of the negative things, you're always going to be in a bad mood.
Exactly. And like something you mentioned earlier, like sometimes you're mad or upset or hurt that somebody isn't a part of your life anymore. But why don't you send maybe like a gratitude text to somebody who is there, someone who stood by your side? You can just tell them like, hey, you know what? I'm grateful that you're still a part of my life, or I'm grateful that I can call you whenever I need you. Because not only are you looking at the good things for them, but also that's going to help them feel appreciated. They're going to be like, man, she sees what I'm going through. She sees what I'm facing. She sees like that I'm pushing myself to be there for her. And they also feel better too. So again, there's little things that you can do always to find gratitude in. Don't look at everything negative, but let's rewire our brains so that way we can find the positive. Even in the darkest storm, there is a little bit of light that you can hold on to. So we hope that you take our advice, and we have some homework for you. Write down your little 2 tips every single day and see how it helps your day, okay? But we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Your voice, breaking the silence.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown. We'd never babysit with a screen. We said we'd never let the toys take over.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
I work.
I work.
I work. And I want to keep working.
I work for the challenge.
Because people are counting on me to provide for my family.
And I'm employed today because we work together.
Work together.
Work together. When my life changed in an instant.
When I got hurt.
Needed support.
We made a plan.
So I could come back strong.
So I could stay in the game. Because we couldn't succeed without her.
It wasn't a matter if I could go back to work.
It was a matter of when and how.
Because working works.
Working works.
It lets me earn a living.
Be there for the teams. Together, we made a plan to keep me on the field for 2,632 games in a row.
To keep me working.
America works best when all Americans can work. Ensuring workers can stay on the job or return to work following an injury or illness is essential to America's economy. To learn more, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Get ready. You have 50 seconds on the clock to challenge your brain. Self-reflect on the question. Reminisce of the good old days. Remember to be quick with the response, because after all, it's rapid fire.
Yes, you heard that right. It is time for rapid fire questions. And today's topic is going to be say it before you think it. So ladies, we have no excuse to not be rapid today, okay? Because we're not supposed to think, we're not supposed to go too deep in it.
Oh,
we
my
just say the
goodness.
question and answer the question right away, okay?
You can't hold me accountable.
What you say?
Okay, this is gonna happen.
We're not going to
Y'all asked for
We're just
it,
going to
so.
say it. Okay, so you ready for the first one?
Ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. So the first one is, what's something you no longer apologize for?
Knocking you upside your head.
Mine is the answer no.
Okay.
No, I'm not apologizing if I have to tell you no.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You can't think, just say it.
What's something you know? Like if I need a break, I'm not gonna apologize for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So
They're gonna be like,
that
they're
was pretty-
mean.
Yeah. Well, what do you not apologize? You don't knock me upside my head.
Listen. Okay, let us go to the
next one. All right.
Next one.
Okay. What's your go-to I need a break excuse?
I'll be back.
I'll
I'll be back and I'll go for a walk or just do something else. But
I said that the other day and Tia was like, where'd she go? She never came back.
She never, at least I come back, okay? I do come back, but listen,
Yes,
I'll be back.
I'll be
That's
back.
the ease. Like, you don't have to explain nothing. You don't have to go
That's
into
it.
details. You just, I'll be back.
yeah,
I'm going to go
that's
for a
it.
walk. I'm going to do this.
Give me a sec.
Give me a sec.
Give me a sec.
Okay, that sec be a whole.
That second is not
Be a whole
second,
hour.
like a million hours. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go to our next one. All right, what does peace actually look like to you? Turning on my unbothered switch. Boop, unbothered. Sorry.
I think me just being calm. Like, no matter what's going on around me, I'm just calm.
How do you achieve that though? Like, let's say, I don't know. This is rapid fire. Let's just leave it for another day.
You're just tuning out everybody.
Tuning out?
I mean, because at the end of the day, I just feel like there's some things that you can't control. And like, why am I going to stress over something that I know I can't fix?
But that's the thing. There are certain situations where it's like you just can't find a way to switch that off. So, but all right, y'all, let's go. Next question.
The next one. Okay. What's one thing you're proud of that no one sees? Self-motivation. Because I can motivate myself to get the job done. Even if other people around me are not doing it or not doing their part, I'm just like, you know what? Just do it, get it done. Like, nobody else sees it, but I don't need that push from somebody else to do what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. For me, small wins.
Small wins.
Yeah, that because like big wins or big accomplishments, everybody sees it.
Yeah.
And they could be proud of you, but the small wins, like, hey, today I woke up a little earlier, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and nobody sees that. Or today I did not drag on doom scroll social media for like 5 hours. I just did it for 4 hours. Okay. But like, those things, small wins that you don't really necessarily need to say, but nobody sees it, but you're proud of yourself for proving.
Mine would have to be, pushing myself to the max, to the limit, even though sometimes it might not seem like it, People just see that maybe you say you'll be back and you didn't come back. You know what I mean? But yeah, that would be my answer.
Okay, because it's like at the end of the day, it's like, even though people don't see it, it's like as long as you see it, that's what matters the most.
There you go.
That's it. That's good.
All right.
Okay, next one.
This is not so rapid.
Okay, what's a song that instantly puts you in a better mood? Okay, there's this song. I don't know if it's an actual song, but that song of It's a Beautiful Day.
It's a beautiful.
No. I know.
You know that song of the boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one.
Okay.
That
okay.
one.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, somebody sang it, and then I was just like, yeah, that's true. It's like also with the topic that we had, you just be grateful whether it's rain or shine or whether it's sunny or stormy.
Yes.
You just be grateful.
Whether it's cold, you're grateful for it, Yeah.
Okay. For me, don't laugh at me, y'all.
Okay. We're not laughing.
It's Be a Man by Mulan. I just love that song, and I just play it, and it just gives you the motivation, the strength. Like, I gotta be this, I gotta be strong. And then when you watch like the video with the montage of her being so bad and her getting kicked out to go home, and then like her fighting to change, and she actually did it. You're just like, I can do it.
I'm picturing you right now at home, like
I really I got this. I can do it. She didn't give up, and she saved China, and I'm not going to give up either.
Oh no. Okay.
That's cool. Okay, so my song is not a common song. Very few people know it, and also I have a coworker who tweaked it. But every time she sings it to me, or every time I sing it to myself, it puts me on check. So it's Trust and Obey. I'm not going to sing the whole song, but if you know, you know. So that helps me to get me back on track. So and it puts me in a good mood.
That's good.
All right,
Nice.
Let's go. Next one.
Next one. So,
what's one rule you made for yourself this year? 2025 will not repeat itself.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. For me, no procrastination.
All right.
No procrastination. So I definitely push myself to just get it done.
Okay.
No excuse. Okay. I got this.
All right.
I'm gonna save China.
You got this. You gotta save China. Okay. For me, no limitations.
Okay.
Sky's the limit, y'all.
No limitations.
Yeah, because sometimes we limit ourselves to what's comfortable for us.
Yeah.
And then we don't want to, go to that unknown door and want to open it. So, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Next one.
Next one.
We got any more? Yes, we do.
What's something small that instantly brings you peace? A book.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's a nap, okay. A nap.
Coffee.
Yeah.
But it's like those who watch this show, they probably already knew what we were
they would
gonna
answer
say.
for us.
Like, yeah. But I just feel like a good book, like, it can just transform my mood anytime, any day. Like a really good book.
Yeah. And a nap will definitely bring me peace, y'all. Ooh, child.
Oh, yeah.
That unbothered switch will be on. Like, I'm gonna take a nap and I'll be back.
Yeah.
That's where she goes when she says she'll be back.
It's not true. No. Don't listen to her.
I'll be back. You're ready.
She's gotta take a nap.
No.
You know where to find her, okay? You want to move
Go back, we're blind.
You're gonna call her. She's gonna.
Let me just practice my voice because
I answer this call.
Seriously, that happens though.
Yes, definitely. Okay,
next one.
so
Do
we
we
have
have any
our
more?
last one, right?
Yeah.
It says, so what's a no you wish you said sooner?
Oh, this is a tough one for me.
I just think no. Just no. Like,
Yeah, just not saying no
yeah,
itself. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's it's a mental thing. Like, stop overthinking. No, don't overthink.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that.
that
Okay.
overthinking.
yeah, me would be actually saying no.
Yeah.
Yeah, because back then I used to say yes to everything and everyone, and I'll be burnt out.
Yeah, and I'm the same way with you, that I would just say no to. I mean, I say yes to everything, and I'm just like, no, I can't. Like, I'm
Even
sorry.
if I had something planned with somebody else, like and you come and ask me for something, I'll be like, yeah, sure. When I know I really couldn't do it, so say no.
All right. And you said, I'll be back.
I'll be back, and she goes take a nap.
I need a break.
Yes.
Okay, that's it, right? That's what we got.
We hope that you enjoyed this rapid fire. I think we did pretty well.
You think so?
It wasn't that rapid.
I don't know.
But I think
I
we
don't
did
think
pretty
so.
good with the non-thinking, just straight up saying it. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you played along with us. I hope that you said it before you thought it. Don't think too much about it. But we're gonna go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Real women, real talk. Breaking the silence is where stories become connections. Let's break the silence together.
How can I read the Bible and understand it? How do I use my faith? Am I doing things right on my Christian walk? Though we strive to be more like the Lord Jesus, questions and doubts can sometimes pop into our minds. The Bible says, "And I will give you shepherds after my own heart, who will feed you with knowledge and understanding." The pastors and bishops of the Universal Church are those kinds of shepherds who make themselves available for counseling every day of the week. Whether you live near a Universal Church or not, our online pastor can provide you with the spiritual guidance you need. Visit ulfn.org/online-pastor. Fill out the quick form, and a pastor from the Universal Church will get in touch with you shortly. The Universal Church, where you can stop the suffering.
Great news. We are now streaming on 2 new platforms. For our viewers across the United States, you can watch us on Frontier Communications Channel 726. Fios by Verizon Channel 792. For our viewers in New York, tune in on Dish Channel 39, DirecTV Channel 42, and on local antenna 42.1. Take note and spread the word. We will never stop striving to bring you the quality programming you deserve. Thank you for your viewership and unwavering support. We are LFN, and we are here to stay.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Understand that things happen, life happens, mistakes happen.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
For when you're mentally exhausted, it's a completely different thing.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Okay, so I'm calling all my single ladies right now. Yes, you heard that right. Because listen, we know the struggle of going to family functions and that one aunt, that one cousin, or maybe even your grandma like, oh, you still single? Oh, you're not married yet? Well, you know, so-and-so just got married the other day. When are you going to get married? And you see that person and you just want to run away because you already know the question that's coming. Yes, you feel so much pressure to getting married, but you don't want to jump into a relationship right away because you don't want to end up maybe like that same aunt who rushed to get married and now is on her third marriage, right? Okay, so ladies, we know how it feels. I think even you, Angeli, spoke about it before of like your family members, like, you're married yet? What's going on? They're so nosy. They ask all of these questions about your love life, and you're just like, man, it's not the 1970s, you know, where people are getting married at 15, at 19, at 21. Like, I'm 28, I just got my career done, I still have time, but you feel as if your marriage clock is ticking, especially for women, because we have the biological clock in our minds where we feel like, I need to get married at this age, I need to have kids by this age, because if I wait too long, then I'm not going to be able to have kids, and that, and all of those questions. So then you feel even more pressure just to jump into a relationship.
You know what, to add on that, just a quick, you know, I just want to add it, because I was that person before. Like, I had like my you know, my timeline set. Like, at this age, I'm going to have a job. At this age, I'm going to get married. At this age, I'm going to have kids. I really did. And I have like a friend to testify to that. But guess what? It didn't happen. So sometimes we have our own timelines, and sometimes it's not because of the pressure or because you have your own timeline, and then because that influence you, you know, creepily. I mean, creepily, because it does. It influences your timeline, and sometimes you're like, no, I want to stick to this timeline. However, life happens, but when you are so strict with that, you don't allow anything like to bend that timeline. But the thing is, situations happen, and then sometimes another path opens up to you, and then you just have to go with that path because you feel much more like a calling to that one rather than the one that you planned.
You know, when it comes to marriage, I don't think well, this is just me, y'all. Personal opinion, don't come for me. I don't think there should be a timeline, because just like Angeli, you might have that timeline, and listen, it hasn't panned out. It hasn't panned out, or maybe it panned out and it wasn't what you were expecting. When it comes to marriage, I think it's like, you have to make sure that you're prepared, you're prepared in every sense of the word, health-wise, financially wise, you know, mentally. Imagine. Wait a minute. We gotta touch on the mentally part. It's so true though, because you know, it's interesting because I experienced that. You know, when I was getting ready to get married, mentally, I was prepared, but physically, I was not. Because let me tell you, when certain situations came up, I was like, ooh, child, that slapped me so hard. I don't even know where it came from. But so that's the importance of being well-grounded and knowing what you're getting yourself into and being open to it as well. Because there's some people that are not willing to bend for certain things. You know, you might think you're ready, or you might think like, okay, I hit this age, bam, so I got to do it. No, you don't. Because if you're that type of person that's like, at 24, I'm going to be married, and you get married at 24, but you're not really prepared for it, you setting yourself up failure.
Because the thing about it is, and why I say mentally, is because it's really two people becoming one person, right? So you grew up a certain way.
You sure did.
And your spouse grew up a different way. And now you're coming together with these habits. Like, I'm going to use me, for example. I grew up, you know, 3 girls, my grandma, my mom around. So it's like, yeah, we did stuff, but then it's like, oh, I don't feel well. Oh, I'm sick. Okay, take a nap. Here you go. You know, the blanket, the feed you in bed. My husband, on the other hand, his mom was single, right? And so she didn't have a sick day. He's seen her sick and working. She's not feeling well. She still had to cook and clean. So then we get married.
You to do it, right?
So I'm like,
you don't
I'm sick. I don't feel well. And he's just like, but I'm hungry. And I'm like,
I need my food.
Like, you're supposed to make me soup now. Like, you know, because we had that thing, and we had to really talk about like, okay, well, when I was sick, this was what was happening to me. And he's like, well, my mom, like, I never saw her sick. So it's like when you're okay mentally, like you're prepared and you're able to have that communication with that person, then you're able to see the differences and work around it and be like, okay, now I understand why she does this or why he does that, instead of you're just there like, oh no, they're treating me bad, no this or that. Because a lot of times that's what happens. Like you get into like these little fights over things that if you just communicate it with properly, you know, you will be able to overcome it. Because let's be honest, dating and marriage are two different things.
Completely different.
The way that you are when you're dating, you're gonna be different when you're married, because when you're dating, you're putting the best of yourself. Like you know, like
you're impressing.
Exactly.
You're on impress mode.
So you're always dressing the best that you can. You're always spraying the one perfume. You have to like your special date.
You're
perfume.
compromising.
Exactly. You're like, no, it's okay. I don't really want it. You know.
But
and then when you're married, it's different. And then the person's like, you changed. Well, yeah, I changed.
that was my best phase.
Exactly.
Now you see the worst of my worst.
Wait a minute. You know what came to mind? Those memes of the women when they finally get married. They're like, well, shoot, the ring is on it already. So let me just bring out the real me.
Exactly. So it's just like, and it's not all the time intentional. Like you don't really intentionally do that, right? But again, as we said, you have to prepare yourself for it, because yes, you can have that pressure. You can have all of these things going on, but if you're not preparing yourself to be married, to be with somebody, because the whole point of marriage is to spend the rest of your life with them. It's not just to have that title for the moment, but the way society is going is like everybody's getting married, everybody's getting divorced. So it's like there's more divorce rates than marriage rate. Or even nowadays, people don't even want to be married. They'll be together 20, 30 years, but they don't want that hold of marriage. So because it's a big step, it's a big commitment. So listen, don't allow yourself to feel pressured. Don't allow even maybe your timeline to pressure you. Don't allow other people to pressure you. But use this moment, this time that you're single, to invest in yourself, to make sure that this step is something that you really are ready to take. And maybe you're married, maybe you're that auntie, that grandma who's always pressuring somebody else. We hope that you listen to these things and maybe not pressure your family member a little too much, but support them while they're on their love life journey, because everybody's timing is different. But we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back with transformation tips with Angeli.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
What troubles have you been going through? Heartbreak, depression, family trauma, incurable diseases, or financial setback? Don't give up. There is a way out. Call 888-332-4141, our toll-free 24-hour helpline today.
When I'm on stage, I'm not trained. I'm Beyonce.
Not me being like,
you wear a lot of hats. Yeah, this one too.
Always said that I wanted to do a TED Talk, but never did I think that I would have done it at this age.
So I say, don't wait for somebody to give you a chance. Give yourself a chance.
Wow. I gotta give you clap my hands too, because it's not easy.
And people say you can't wash your hair when your period's on. That is not true.
Air five, air five. Bam! There we go.
You can find Universal Church on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Universal Online Radio, the app that revives your spirit, strengthens your faith, and inspires you every hour of the day. enjoy uplifting songs and music that motivate you to be an overcomer right now.
Talking to the Lord, I don't think that I can face it. Never any.
Get inspired by real stories of faith.
I put God first because I know if I'm with Him, then He's always going to be with me no matter what.
Receive messages of faith, peace, and spiritual encouragement whenever you need it.
Let the way you treat others be your legacy.
Keep up with exclusive updates and news. Enjoy the deep conversations on Bishop Barrett Joshua's Soul Food Podcast to nourish your soul.
Because no one is broken beyond repair before the Lord.
Discover insightful lessons to make the right decisions to improve your life. Download Universal Online Radio today and stay connected to the Word of God anytime, anywhere. Find the app on the Google Play and Apple App Store.
That's a no from me. It's not about being mean. Was I mean just now? It's about being clear. Sometimes all you need is the word no and oh. However, the word no can be really, really hard to say. Right, ladies?
Yes.
Today,
It sure can.
we're talking about boundaries. We love to talk about that. But today, we're going to go really with practical tips on how we can set boundaries, practical advices, because we talk about it, anybody could just talk about it.
Yeah.
But in real life, you know, how do we put it to practice? How do we actually apply it when a tough situation is right there in front of you? No, I can't. No, you know, you can't even say the word no. You just say, you go around the bush and then try to explain yourself, over-explaining that I cannot do it, you know? And yes, it's true. It's hard to say no, especially if a lot of people have that access to you and you've always been that person who's always saying yes, and you know, however is draining you. And that's one of the tips, identifying your drain zones.
Okay.
What's been draining you? Who's been draining you? What's been draining you? That include, you know, a job or maybe a device or a person. That person, a person or persons, you know, people. Because sometimes you're like, why am I so exhausted? Why am I, of course, you do your tasks, your responsibilities, you're a mom, you're a sister, you're a daughter, you have work, you have this and this and that, and you do your task, you do your role as those, but then there's something else that's draining that energy from you. So you have to identify that drain zone. You got to be self-aware, sit down and really think, okay, is it because I've had such a tough day today, I did this and that, or maybe that one person or one situation that happened at work or in a family gathering that really drained you out.
Okay. And you know, as you said that we talk a lot about boundaries, so we always tell them to write to us any questions that they have. So we actually do have a viewer who wrote a question for this topic for you, Angeli. So we're going to pull up our question right now. So it's from Sophia Gonzalez, and it says, how do I set boundaries with family without it turning into guilt or drama?
Oh, that's a great question.
Very, very great question. And you know what? This leads to our next tip, which is starting with a language that honors you. You know, when you are setting a boundary, you don't need to be disrespectful. Again, when we said it in the beginning, we don't need to be mean. You just need to be clear and a language that honors you, which is you are using I statements. It means you're not blaming the other person that, hey, you always asking me. No, right now, yes, you're a family member, but I am not able to help at this moment. Or I'm not capable. No, I don't have the capacity to, you know, help you out with this. You know, when you turn it to you, I statements, it means, okay, it's me, right? I need a break. I need to, maybe I don't want to discuss this with you right now or at all. You know, you just need to be clear. But because sometimes okay, it's family, you know, blood is thicker than water. But hey, it's your mom, it's your sister, it's your cousin that you grew up with. But then sometimes to protect your peace, you need that boundary. So you use your I statements for that.
Okay, so I have an example.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, go ahead.
So Nori is my sister, right?
Okay.
Aww.
And she's always borrowing my clothes.
Okay.
And I tell her not to take it, and she goes in my room and takes it anyway. How can I make it more clear that I don't want her to borrow my clothes?
Okay, now we go to our next transformation tip.
Okay.
Repetition is key, you know. You gotta have to keep that boundary over there. You have to repeat it and repeat. And sometimes, you know what, you don't even need to over-explain yourself. You quietly put in some consequences. So, what are you gonna do? Maybe put a lock on your closet? Or maybe do something that you're gonna hide those clothes, you're gonna put a lock on your room. So, because if you've already stated, hey, I can allow you to borrow my clothes, I'm gonna lend them to you, but you're overdoing it, right? So they don't listen, they keep doing it, and then there'll be consequences to that. Because if you just say it without, there's no consequence after it, they're just gonna be like, oh, she's just saying it, but nothing is really happening. So when there's a quiet consequence after that, then they would learn, oh, okay, so she really meant what she said. So now I'm not able to go to her room because she put a lock on her room. I'm not able to get her clothes. Or, you know, whenever she buys new stuff, she doesn't show it to anybody because, you know, she knows that I'm the first one who's going to be like clocking in on those clothes. Or maybe she's not going to even have it in her room. She's going to keep it somewhere like in her workplace that I'm not going to be able to have access to it because you're not able to listen even though there is already a repetition.
Okay. So it's okay, it's safe not to even explain anymore, but just to implement the silent consequences.
Yeah, because sometimes that's what drains us when we constantly explain. I've already told you one time. Okay. One time, maybe she didn't understand. Second time, okay, she didn't understand. Third time, and then you just keep on going. And sometimes you just need to okay, I'm gonna set this in place. If I've told you 10 times already, I don't need to over-explain myself. And that's why sometimes guilt creeps in because oh, I need to help her, I need to do this, I need to do this. But you've already explained yourself that, hey, this time I cannot do it. Maybe, you know, the next time. I can lend you money, but then this is your 10th time, and then you haven't even given me the money back, like from the first time that you've asked me for money. So, you know, those consequences, I think it helps implement those boundaries.
But what if it's that family member who was always there for you? Like, they're always there for you. So you just feel obligated to always be there for them. So what do you do in that case?
Well, it depends on what kind of like being there, right? And also, because sometimes, hey, yes, you're going to be there, but then you are at the cost of your peace as well. I understand. And another thing is to give alternatives. So if I'm not able to help you right now, maybe our brother or our friend, I'm going to contact my friend right here because, hey, I'm really in a tight situation right now. I can't just leave my job just to take care of your kids because you did not tell me in advance and you're calling me, you know, but I can ask my friend who lives next door to you or somebody else who can help you out because, hey, there is also an emergency for you, but I can't personally go there, you know, to help you out. So giving alternatives as well is something that's, you know, not rude, but you are giving choices to the other person.
I like that. That's interesting. Saying no, but also giving alternatives.
Because you can set boundaries, but then you can also be helpful. You cannot just be like mean and just dry and then, okay, no, it's no. Right? So I hope that helped. You know, I hope that helped you out. If not, you can give us some more tips so that we can also share it with other viewers. But that's it for this transformation tips. We're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
On LFN, We are many faith-based programs, each unique in its own way. But Showdown of Faith is here to deliver a show of less talk and more power. Hosted by Bishop Joshua.
It seems like you are alone in this battle. No, you are not alone. We are here together with you to assist you. And this show is for you who say, I feel helpless, hopeless.
When words aren't enough, this show delivers action, real testimonies, real miracles, real lives transformed by faith. Witness the impossible become possible. See God's power in action. Don't just watch, experience it for yourself. Live Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time and Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, only on LFN. Showdown of Faith, a show of less talk and more power.
You are watching LFN.
Loving the show? Let's keep the good vibes going. Follow us on Instagram for show clips and behind-the-scenes fun. Be part of the conversation. Join us today.
So during the break, they told us that we have to set boundaries and not go any further than 1 hour of the show. I tried to talk Angeli into letting me do it longer, and she's just like, no. We have to stop at 1 hour because I know that y'all love to watch us as much as we like to have your company throughout the day, okay? So I'm sorry, y'all, but I was told we have to set boundaries and not explain any further. So I'm setting that boundary. We're coming to an end pretty soon. You only have a few more minutes with us, but also you can use those tips if you have that marriage pressure, right?
Yes,
you do.
Very,
If
very
you do,
good.
there you go.
Is so true.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Auntie, uncle, or grandma. I love how you're looking right now. Or change the topic.
Exactly.
So, just change it.
Yes, set that boundary. Just give yourself that peace. Go into like Nori in her unbothered mode. Just push that button, and whenever they talk to you about it, you just be like, one day it'll happen.
No explanation needed.
Exactly.
And also important not to go on that marriage chase if you're not prepared. Being well-grounded, being realistic is also something very important that we have to make sure that we implement.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're going to be with that person. So if you're not ready to be with a person, live with someone, then you're the one who's going to suffer. The pressure, maybe, you're going to suffer a little bit, but your whole life, because you're not prepared, I mean, that pressure, you can handle it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want regrets.
Yeah.
And then, if you pick the wrong person because of that pressure, at the end of the day, you're going to regret that throughout your future. And also sometimes people, they get scarred because they're like, you know what, I had a really bad relationship and I don't want to do it again. I don't want to deal with it, all because of that pressure. So you want to make sure that you are doing and making the right choice, and also be grateful that you are single for the time being. Be grateful that you're able to invest in yourself, because I know a lot of women who they have their identity in being a wife, being a mother, and they kind of lose themselves. So when you focus on you, when you invest in yourself and become whole before you get into that relationship or that marriage or that next step, then you won't lose yourself in the future, but you'll be able to continue to add on to yourself each and every day.
There you go. Being grateful that you still still have that time to invest in yourself and accomplish everything that you want to accomplish for you, because once there's a +1, it will no longer be all about you.
Yes. You have to follow up with the person, let them know what you're doing. All of those lovely.
Very, very lovely.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff.
But be grateful if you're single, but also be grateful for the person that you have by your side as well. Be grateful that you have somebody at your side, and be grateful that you can actually scan this QR code that is coming up right there, because maybe you're like, hey, I have a question for Angeli too. I want to reach out to her. So you could DM us at breakingthesilence_talk show. Let us know your questions. Let us know if you would like to be a special guest on the show, if you want to be a part of the conversation as well, because that is what we're here for. We're here to break the silence on topic that's not normally talked about, that's not normally said, but that's why we're here, so that way you can get your questions out there, and so that way you can move forward. But that's all the time that we have for today, so it's time for us to say bye.